I've got a free model for you to download, and printing it could win you some prizes. I'm really excited to tell you about it, so let's do it. There you are. Welcome back. Thangs is a sponsor of this episode, and they've been a sponsor of previous episodes and streams. They're a really great partner to work with, but the reason they're sponsoring this is because they throw down the gauntlet.
Do you wanna go?
They want people to print a model and use a hashtag, and then they'll pick 3 winners who will each win a prize. We'll get into that in just a little bit. But the model itself was designed by Garrett and Chelsea over at Chaos Cortec, and it's the Rancor monster. You know, that toothy monster from the Star Wars universe that killed Yoda's species. Spoilers.
What?
Spoilers.
That's not, oh my God.
Was that terrible?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's the toothy monster that actually wasn't invited to a young girl's birthday party and got sad. And ate a pig monster.
He did eat a pig monster. It's a Gamorrean guard.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, I just remember it being a pig monster with
Yep.
Yeah. The Rancor model it's a great model. It's highly detailed, and Garrett and Chelsea did an amazing job with it. Plus, it's over at Thangs, free to download. You can download it, print it out, and you really should. In fact, I've done that. Well, and I have a little story to tell. So let's get started with the Rancor model. This is not what it should look like. This is a failure, and this was originally started on my Daedalus from Project R3D, and this is in Atomic's Cherry Red?
Dark cherry.
Dark Cherry, do you see that?
Yes.
Dark Cherry, I almost had it too. The filament is wonderful, and the machine is able to print all sorts of crazy stuff, but default profiles have it going at 100 millimeters per second.
I'm go fast, I'm go fast.
That's what I thought you would say.
Normally that's fine, unless you have some pretty steep overhangs that require a little bit of extra time for the heat mass to dissipate all of that heat energy. That's what happened here. So this was the tail section right here, and it's printing and it's going wrong, and it started to just knock it around. And if you look on the underside, you can tell, right? You can tell it wasn't cooling as much as it should.
It's a messy back end right there.
It is a messy back end. And so I tried to do something a little bit different. I thought, what could we do? Well, first what I want to do, because of the geometry of the fan shroud on the Daedalus, there's a lot of air being forced from 3 of 4 directions. If you're looking at the printer head on, there's no outlet for the air right there. And if we're doing a severe overhang, and depending on the orientation, it could mean that that little bit of extra air could work. But on the direct opposite side of the nozzle, there is. So what I did is I rotated the model 180 degrees, and then I printed again. And I could tell it was still a little bit too fast. So as it got to this point of no return, we're gonna call it, I slowed it down. I just dropped it down to half speed for a few hours while it completed this. And then, once it got to that point, I just let it go. And sure enough, how's that look?
Beautiful.
Look at that. This is the Rancor monster, and this is from the Star Wars universe. This is modeled by Garrett and Chelsea over at Chaos Cortec. Atomic Dark Cherry, PLA, on the Daedalus from Project R3D. How tall is that? We can figure this out.
7 inches.
That's probably not correct. There's a lot of overhangs here, and it's the legs and the tail section where they meet in the crotchular region. That's quite a bit of overhang, and so your printer has to be capable of doing that. And then once, obviously these arms build up from the side and everything meets, but really that's the point that's a little bit difficult. Also, on the back side, there are claws or fingers. Claws?
Fingers? Finger
Fingers.
claws.
Fingertips with giant claws. And those are on the back side. They're a little furry here. And these were printed at the higher speed on the Daedalus. I hadn't slowed it down quite yet. But considering the speed, they look fantastic. In fact, the entire model looks just wonderful. It's a mass of these organic shapes that just kind of poke out. And at 0.2 millimeter layer height, I think it came out incredibly well. So that is the Rancor. Oh, we're not done. There's another Rancor.
But wait, there's more.
Printed solid black filament. This was printed on the Craftbot Flow IDEX XL 3D printer. This was printed using the left extruder.
Of course.
The kind extruder.
The favorite child.
The one we like the most.
Yeah.
But have a look at it. So 0.2 millimeter layer height again. But look, I want you to look at the fingers. Look at those. Those are good.
Those are good.
Those are really, really good. Craftbot had no problem handling the overhangs. And honestly, if I was to put them side by side, they're both really good. The Craftbot Rancor in printed solid filament looks better. So speed kills in this instance. And I do have another prop to show you. This is a dice dozer. This is from Clockspring, and you can get this via his Patreon account. But here's where it gets interesting. It prints like this, and have a look at those overhangs right there. Had I slowed the print down when it was doing these, the heat mass could have dissipated the heat, and it probably would have printed better. So even though it doesn't look good, it does still work. But that's one of those things, right? We're always trying to make additive manufacturing go a little bit faster. But in order to do that, there are these forces at play that we have to deal with, and we can't just forget about. Speed and heat dissipation are two things that are kind of intertwined, and we can't go faster unless we dissipate more heat. Okay, listen, it's time for the contest, obviously, and it involves this model. So this model is at Thangs.com, free to download, and you'll need to download it first. So go to Thangs, download this model, print it out. I don't care what filament it is. I don't care what printer it is. I don't care if it's resin. I don't care if it's SLS nylon. That'd be really cool, right? Just print it out. Just print this out however you can. Honestly, if you have a 3D pen and you can make this model, more power to you. More power to you. First step, printing out this model. Next step, get a photo of this model. The one you printed, not these on the desk, obviously. Take a picture of it. You could be in the picture. You can include it in a diorama of your choosing. You can print more of these and put them in the picture. Just make sure the Rancor model that you've printed exists in the photo. Now, here's what you need to do. Post it to social networks, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. TikTok's what the kids use, right?
I think so.
Who's laughing now? Shut up!
Those four are the ones that Thangs is going to be watching out for, and what you need to do is use the hashtag Thangs Rancor Challenge. It's a lot of letters, and you have to spell it correctly, or else they're not going to be able to find it. But it is hashtag Thangs Rancor Challenge. Use that hashtag when you post it on a social network. The contest will run for 2 weeks, and Thangs will pick 3 random entries. They may display them on their website, they may notify me. I don't know, I'm gonna be paying attention to the hashtag, obviously. So tag Thangs, tag me, I'd love to see it. But listen, there are 3 $50 Amazon gift cards available for you to win, and the contest is open worldwide. Doesn't matter where you live. Download the model, print it out, take a photo, tag it correctly, and you're entered to win one of 3 Amazon gift cards.
I like it.
That's cool, right? That's really cool. So a big thanks to Thang for oh my gosh, I forgot the S. I had a mouthful of saliva. Well, again, a big thanks to Thangs for sponsoring this episode and making this contest happen. It's great because Amazon gift cards are digital, and so you'll receive this before the Christmas holiday, before the new year. Plus, you'll have a really awesome model. You'll be famous, I'm just guessing.
Probably.
Should be a lot of fun. Garrett, Chelsea, you guys designed a rad model. Thanks for making that available. And thanks to you for watching all the way to this point, because since you did, you're awesome. Don't forget to hug each other more, and the best of luck in this contest. Thangs Rancor Challenge. We'll see you later. As always, high five.
Nice.
How was that?
That's good.
That was good.
That's good.
You want to get some sexy shots of these?
I need to go do something in the bathroom first.
Oh, did it happen?
Yep.
Is it time?
Yep.
Okay.
That's where